A word in nomenclature. Throughout the book, Rahul Bajaj is simply referred to as Bajaj, whereas all other Bajaj family members are referred to by their first name. I would also like to say a word on the book's structure. Each chapter in this book describes an important event in Rahul's life. In order to explain the event in its entirety, the chapters occasionally overlap in time, and hence the book is not written in a traditional linear chronology. Instead, each chapter can be read on its own as a vignette. All chapters collectively serve as a comprehensive account of his history. Welcome to a life well lived. Gita Piramal. Chapter 1. 11th August 1942. The 6-year-old boy looking up at the face in front of him. Aap hamari maa ho? Are you our mother? Tears rolled down Savitri's cheeks. Bajaj was 4 years old when Savitri was taken away. The Quit India movement was launched on 9th August 1942 in Mumbai. On 11th August, a crowd gathered at Gandhi Chowk. 2 young men were hit, one fatally, in the police firing. The encounter propelled Bajaj's mother into active politics. Savitri describes the event in her autobiography, God's Plan Works. Quote, "His old parents were sent for. Their wailing was more than one could stand. Even after 47 years, I can still recall the scene vividly. How brave the father was, how courageous. I do not know his name or even much about him. But I remember the words uttered by him then, standing next to the dead body of his son. I am proud that my son has died for his country," in Marathi. At that moment, my heart stirred as nothing had in my life. I decided to join the movement. A timid person like me was transformed. 9th August is my birth date too. I was just 22 years old and I felt that I was reborn that day. I too had to take part in this fight against imperialism. I wrote to my father in Calcutta that night, asking him to send somebody for my son Rahul and daughter Suman, aged 4 and 3. If they were with my parents, I would not worry about them. In Wardha, things were unsettled. One did not know what was going to happen and who would be arrested next. The whole Bajaj family was involved in the Quit India movement, while my parents were not actively involved in politics. In a few days, the children went to Calcutta to be with my parents. I remember I did not feel the parting so much. My heart and mind were engrossed in the present issues. Unquote. The Bajaj family were at the forefront of the independence movement. Bajaj from infancy became used to members of his family suddenly disappearing. As he grew older, he would learn and accept that they were in jail for good reason. Savitri was incarcerated for 13 months and 10 days in Wardha, Nagpur, and Jabalpur prisons. Released, she could not walk. Other family members had longer and harsher terms. But it's still tough, dealing with a mom's absence for 2 years. Chapter 2. Matchmaker, Matchmaker, Make Me a Match. 1938 to 46. Jamnalal, Bajaj's grandfather, was a tall, handsome man with a straight back, even if the grainy image in the last chapter of this book does not appear to match these words. On 9th January 1915, 26-year-old Jamnalal arrived at the pier of the almost ready Gateway of India. He and a small group of like-minded businessmen boarded a ferry to take them to the SS Arabia. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was back in India after 21 years in South Africa. The vibe between the two men was instant, and the friendship energizing. After a few spells in jail, the Dandi March